Hi traders and welcome to the daily recap show for today, which is Wednesday the 11th of May. So we said FTSE remained bearish with the initial resistance at 73.02 to 73.12. We said if we break support below 72.13 to 72.23, we could open up moves towards support at 71.55 to 71.65. I did say that at the moment I prefer to look to the extremes and cleaner zones for trade locations on the FTSE, with resistance at 73.81 to 91 and key support at 70.60 to 70.75. So let's go and have a look at the FTSE today. Okay, so as you can see on the FTSE, we did actually get this hold of the initial resistance zone pre-market. So it was a really nice reversal signal actually, but not something that I was looking to trade. I don't trade the pre-market session, and also I was actually really, for the FTSE today, only looking for the extremes up here at 73.81 or down here towards 71 to in this 71.60 area. So nothing really of note on the FTSE, nothing that I took myself. You notice that we came down, we then pushed up, no reversal signal, we pushed impulsively through that, came back down. We did get a reversal signal on the retest of the zone here, which you would have just about got risk off the table, at least ahead of that zone there. We then got the impulsive push back down on the back of the numbers that came out in the US, and then the push back up, and it's just meandered around. So you can see that although this zone has worked okay today, it has been quite choppy back and forth around it, and this is what I meant in the report by the FTSE maybe just being better to wait for those extremes in the cleaner zones for trade locations. So although there's a couple of good things to note from pattern recognition points of view, this is not a zone that I was looking to actually look for active trade locations from today. So nothing really here on the FTSE, so let's go and take a look at the DAX. Okay, so we said initial resistance on the DAX was at 13,695 to 13,720. We needed to be wary of false breaks of this zone, but if we saw a sustained break above, we could see moves towards the main resistance today at 13,830 to 13,855. If we gained acceptance below 510 to 535 support, then this opened up moves initially to 13,355 to 380 and then 13,260 to 13,295. So let's go and have a look at the DAX today. Okay, so with the DAX, you can see initially the market was very, very choppy in between the zones that we really wanted to identify to trade from. So nothing really in the morning session that we could have looked to trade. We then came up into this resistance zone, the initial resistance zone at 13,695 to 13,720. We said we needed to be wary of false breaks. Now, you can see we got that here. We got the move above and a little bit of consolidation, and then that really strong impulsive push down. It was on the back of numbers, but that was the false break. That said, there was no real sort of continuation, no real acceptance above this zone here. This price action is very consolidatory, and we hadn't had that real acceptance. So when we got the false break signal here, there wasn't really a potential to get short either with the action, because we didn't get a retest of this zone, and the risk to reward on this trade was just was not there to get an opportunity. So that did play out. We did get that sort of mini false break signal, and we got the pop above, although it wasn't the full acceptance. We got the false break, and we came back down and we held this 510 to 535 zone as support on the push down from those numbers. We then got that really strong push up from after the numbers had been released and once the market settled a little bit. And notice again the difference in the price action between this price action here and this price action here. You've got the clear acceptance back above here. You get then the little bit of consolidation on the pullback. We retest the zone here and then it pushes higher. So you can see quite clearly that just exercising that little bit of patience to show, to let the market show its hand, get that full acceptance. That's the difference in the price action between this first attempt to break up, the second attempt to break up, and this was the one that actually then held the retest and pushed higher. We haven't quite yet made it to that 13,830 to 13,855 zone. You certainly, if you're long from this zone on the retest, you should be looking to manage the trades at least in this zone here. So you should be risk-free and having profits booked in by now, even though it hasn't quite hit the full target. There is still the potential all the time we are above this zone to move that to that 830 to 855 zone. But as always, it's very important to manage your trades, and that's what these minor zones are there for. So a fair bit going on in the markets, a lot to digest, but not huge amount of opportunity. Just probably this one here. The long from that support zone, and then the retest of this zone are probably the best opportunities of the day. Those are the clear areas that we identified in the market in the reports this morning. So yeah, please come sign up to the Keyzone service. Come join the Keyzone Traders community. I hope you find these reports useful, and I'll speak to you again soon. Cheers.